everyone, WerewolfLydia here and welcome back to another flea market haul video on my channel. So this is actually part 2 of my, I'm not sure on which episode number I am on, but this is the second part of the previous video. And in that I mentioned that this is a big haul, basically 3 months worth of haul from the flea market, which is September, October and November. So that's why I needed to separate this video into 2 parts. Even like this, the first part was really long, and sorry about that again. And in this second part, I am keeping my fingers crossed that it won't be as long, but knowing me and knowing the fact that I really like to talk about the things that I show you guys and the things that I find, because you know I'm passionate about toys and toy collecting. I'm not sure how long this video will be, but in the first part I showed you guys the plushies and the dolls that I was able to find during these 3 months at the flea market, and in this second part, as usual, I'm going to show you guys the figurines that I was able to find. And also there are a few little like basically 3, so not really a few, only 3 pieces of little statues that I was able to find, and some DVDs, because you know, if you have been following my channel and my flea market hauls, you know that I recently started like collecting some of my childhood favorite movies on DVDs. So yeah, I have a few DVDs to show you guys. But before we get into all of these figurines, as usual, I'm going to show you guys some pictures of the stuff that I was able to find, including these you know, pretty cool little toys. Now, if you are interested in knowing a little bit more about these, I actually made a special, like a Halloween special video on my channel. It's quite long, but I think it's worth watching it. You know, I think I actually uploaded it on Halloween day, but it's on my channel, and it's called like my top 10 weird or gross or something like that toys. And in that video I show you guys these up close and talk about them a little bit, what they are, and they're kind of like behind the scenes story of which company made them and all about that. So if you are interested, you can go ahead and watch that video, because I do recommend it. And now you can see the pictures of the small bits and pieces that I was able to find on the flea market, and I don't want to bore you guys with. You know, these are the ones that I show you guys are on those pictures as well. Little weird toys, little, I know that there are some like Philly ponies and Kinder Surprise, and a bunch of little just, you know, bits and pieces that I like to grab and collect. Some interactive stuff over there too, like for example there was like a Chubby Puppy little figurine, but which is unfortunately not working, so I'm bummed a little bit about that, because I do not have any Chubby Puppies in my collection, and I was hoping for this one to work, but unfortunately that's not the case. It happens, you know, you can never know when you get interactive stuff from the flea market if they will work or not. But yeah, you can see the pictures, and you be the judge which is the coolest little thing that I was able to find over there. And now back to the video. So let's talk a little bit more about the other stuff that I wanted to show you guys in this video. I was able to find some of the Poopsie slime pets and little fairies. I'm not sure what they were actually called, but here is one of them, and I actually really like this. Whoops, almost dropped it to the floor, but I got it. So this one is, as you can see, she has like cute pink hair and like angel wings. She still has her little pants, but I don't know what's up with her mask. Like, she honestly looks like, I don't know, reminds me of like a Catwoman or like a Batman or something like that. I don't know what's up with her mask, and it looks with that rainbow colored something like dripping down on it. It looks weird in my opinion, but otherwise I think she's really cute, and you cannot remove the mask, by the way, so it's like that's like part of her mold, or at least it looks like glued on to her face. She's missing her binky, unfortunately, so I don't know, hopefully maybe I will be able to find one and replace it. Usually these Poopsie pets and these little dolls always miss their binky, unfortunately. So, and their mouth looks a little bit weird without it, so I'm not happy about that, but otherwise I think she is really cute and in really good condition as well. And I was also able to find one of the little pets, which is this cute little bat. I think she is absolutely adorable, and the good thing about these is that they don't have binkies, so usually nothing can go missing on these except if someone dismembers them, but then of course I'm going to pass on them and not buy them. So those were the two little poopsies that I found. I really wish I could find more because I really like them and they are really cute. And they were really expensive in the store, so I wasn't able to grab. I think I only bought one of the little pets, and I actually found that on a sale and a discount, so that's why I got it. But I wasn't able to buy any of the larger ones, so yeah, I'm hoping to find more. Now moving on to some mythological creatures and monster mythological creatures that I like to collect and have a large collection of them. So first up we have from Bullyland, the company Bullyland, a unicorn. And Bullyland makes really nice figurines, but they are not as lifelikely, if that's even a word, painted as some of the other companies like Papo or Schleich or Collecta or something like that. But I still like it, and whenever I find mythological creatures I grab them. So this is the Bullyland unicorn, which I thought it was still really cute. It has a kind of a pinkish, it's white but it has some pink on her. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be how it originally looked, or I don't know, just some other toy robbed the paint from I can't talk. So when two toys, when they are packaged together, they move around when you shake a box or something, and the paint gets rubbed off to on each other and two figurines. So I'm not sure if that's the case with this one and the pink color. That's what I wanted to say. I'm not sure how well that came out, but that's what I wanted to say. So kind of a little bit like scuff marks. Now the other mythological creatures that I was able to find are Schleich, made by Schleich, and one of them is this super cute fairy elf princess something. I think this one is from the Bayala collection, which is a magical fairy kingdom type of collection, and this one is quite new. Now I think in my previous Fleamarket Haul episode I showed you guys another one which looked really similar to this. It was a smaller version and it was still kind of in this position, and same blue dress, blue wings and whatnot. So I think that was the older version of this character, and this is a newer release version. So I think that's really interesting. I never thought that they would re-release a figurine. I didn't know they do that, but I guess they do, so interesting. This one is from 2019, by the way. I think the other one was from 2003, so it makes sense to release them. It's just something that I didn't know they do, but it's in great condition, by the way. And this other one, I'm not sure if it's from Bayala, but I do think it is, judging from how it looks. As you can see, you can actually move her arm. It's a mermaid. She was supposed to hold something in her hand, I don't know what, but otherwise she is in great condition and really beautiful, glittery and whatnot, so I really like it. And last but not least, I found this and I have no idea what it is. I couldn't find any info on it online either. It's this two-headed bone or skeleton bird. It has the wings, it's just they stay upwards. And it has a peg on the bottom, so I'm guessing originally it came with a stand or attached to something a larger playset, or a decoration on a ship or castle or something like that. So maybe that's why I wasn't able to find any info on it. So if you recognize this piece, then please leave a comment on my Facebook page, because I do have to turn off the comment section for this video because of YouTube policies. But if you recognize this or if you saw it somewhere and you know where it's from, or at least what company made this, then please leave a comment down on below this video on my Facebook page, because I really want to know. So there is absolutely no, it says nothing on it, and I am really curious because I do want to know if there are more of these things, because I think it's really cool. It's just unknown to me. So yeah, those were all the mythological creatures. Now before we actually move on to the main attraction of this video, which is of course TMNT, I wanted to mention that I found 3, and you know, lately I started to collect Polly Pocket playsets. I was able to find 3 of them. Now let me see if I can just grab them, because they are next to me on the floor. So 2 of the Polly Pocket playsets that I was able to find, and honestly I have no idea why I started collecting Polly Pocket. Like I don't even have free space to display almost anything anymore, but you know, I just started collecting these 2 because why not? My crazy collecting brain. And unfortunately, even though these are vintage and it would be awesome to have all the pieces, they always go missing. So none of these sets have the little, you know, polys in them or any of the other like removable stuff, which is a shame. But otherwise the playsets are in honestly, in my opinion, great condition, and I'm still happy to find them, and they were like for great prices too. So one of them is this purple like storybook, and it's like a I don't know their official names. I'm guessing they had them originally. It's like a under the sea type of, so kind of like a little bit of Little Mermaid style playset. There is like this, they were supposed to be like a little pack thing, and I'm not sure what exactly it is, but it's like something that hold it closed. That's broken off, but otherwise the playset is really in good condition and really cute. You guys will be able to see more detailed pictures in the video. I will include those because you cannot see all the details like this, but I think it's just in great condition. And by the way, it still works. I have to put some batteries in it, and it does light up, which was amazing in my opinion. I did not expect it to still work, but it does, and it's really cute. I just wish I had the Little Mermaid Polly or Pollies, because I'm not sure if there were more in it to go with the set. But you know, it's always the little parts. And the other playset is this star-shaped one, and I'm going to try to open it, but it's quite hard to open it. I don't know, these old playsets always open up so, like the newer playsets open up so easily, but the older ones, there we go, I'm always struggling a little bit. So this is how it looks. It's quite a large playset. It's I think it's called the Fairy Garden, and of course this one is missing all of the stuff that can go missing, but it's still really cool. I was able to clean it, and this one also still works. It does not have any batteries in it right now, but when you open it up, it all lights up and it looks really pretty. So I'm really happy that it still works. I just need to find some little vintage polys to go in these, but I really like them. And the third Polly Pocket set I actually grabbed. I don't know why, this is one of the newer ones, so I'm not a big fan of the newer ones. I don't think they are as pretty as the old ones that I showed you before, but I just thought that this one looked really cool and interesting, so that's why I grabbed it. It's this kind of like a smoothie, like a bottle of smoothie, and when you open it up, the opening little mechanism doesn't always work perfectly, so I'm not sure if I will be able to open it. There we go, I was able to. So when you open it up, it's like kind of like a beach resort or something like that. So it has like a pool, like a kind of like a jacuzzi. You can put actually water in it, and it makes bubbles, and it like the whole thing opens up and it goes like this around, and it has more pools in it, And yeah, it's pretty cool. Honestly, even if it's like a newer Polly Pocket, I really like it, so that's why I grabbed it. Again, you can see the detailed pictures on the screen, and you can see it better. I think it's pretty cool. But again, this one is also unfortunately missing all of the little teeny tiny polys and the little accessories that originally came with, so unfortunately it is empty now, but hopefully maybe I will be able to find, I don't know, my dream is to find a little bag of Polly Pockets and little accessories, and I will definitely grab that too, you know, so that I can kind of complete my Polly Pocket sets. But those are all the Pollys that I was able to find. And now let's move on to one of my favorite collections is the TMNT, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And oh boy, I have a lot of stuff, so I'm going to start off with the figurines first, and of course starting off with the vintage stuff. And since I talked about Polly Pocket, I was actually able to find my first ever two like little TMNT playsets. So this is the first one. It's like looks like a regular turtle, and by the way, it's Raphael because it has the R on it. I'm not going to open it now because, as I said before, it's quite hard to open the old playsets. This is I think it's called like a dojo playset, and you will be able to see it on the picture how it looks inside. Unfortunately, the same situation. Everything that could go missing, it's missing from it, including the little figurines. So it's a shame, but otherwise the playset is in great condition. And the other one is also, you know, from the old line. And honestly, I don't even know if they release like these small micro playsets for the newer lines. I don't think they did ever release, because I don't know, somehow these like micro playset things like toys were more popular way back then in like the 90s than it was like today's. I know Polly Pocket is still being made, but if I think about it, there was like back then like the TMNT and Polly Pocket and Mighty Max, and there are some other like Star Wars playsets too, I know, and stuff like that. So I think it was more popular back then, and I don't think they ever released with the new ones. I could be wrong, but I don't think they did. So yeah, the other one is this. It's a Donatello head, and you can see a hole right here, unfortunately, because it's missing something from there. And this is like a basketball court, and it's, as you can see, it's smaller than the other one. And of course this one is also, it's in good condition, but it's still missing every little piece that could go missing from it. It's such a shame, but I could pass on these, but I'm not going to, because they seem to be rare. I mean, it's the first time I ever saw these on the flea market, so I just grabbed them, and hopefully maybe I will. I do know I have a teeny tiny little TMNT. I think that one is Raphael as well from these sets, so at least he could have a home and live in these. And now the actual figurines. So from the vintage line, I was only able to find one turtle, and it's kind of in a rush shape. This is a Leonardo, and it's one of those like the transforming ones where you can you know, turn this figurine into like a pet turtle, and you know, back again to like a ninja turtle. I'm not going to turn him now because actually his shell is like cracked in the back, so I'm always being careful not to even break him even more. But if you are interested, there's the picture in the video and you can see how he looks. By the way, I always thought that this line was a little bit weird in my opinion, but somehow they made these Ninja Turtle to Pet Turtle transforming figurines in pretty much every line, or at least the main ones that I know of, so I'm guessing they were popular. Interesting. Now some of the other figurines, so I was able to get, and I'm really happy about these, from the 2006 Fast Forward line, and the Fast Forward line seems to be more rare than the other ones, and I'm guessing it wasn't as popular, and since it was like quite a short-lived, like for only one season line, you can't really find a lot of stuff from it. But now I was able to get Raphael and Michelangelo from it, and this is like from the basic line. Unfortunately, both of them are missing their belts, so I have to figure something out and to replace it, but otherwise they are in great condition, and I'm really happy about this, because from the basic releases from the Fast Forward I only had Master Splinter until now, so I'm happy to have at least 2 of the turtles, keeping my fingers crossed to finding Donnie and Leo. And the other 3 figurines that I was able to find are all like you know, McDonald's and KFC ones, so it's not like the best quality things, but you know, I still collect these as well. So this is from the 2007 movie, and this is Raphael. These are the ones that, you know, have like they have like this storage shell version, and shell was supposed to open. There we go. And I don't know, you can put some stuff in it. I do know that I have 3 turtles. I think I'm still missing Leo from this line, and this is from, was it from McDonald's? To be able to complete my 4 turtles. Yes, this was from McDonald's in 2007, so yeah, it came out the same time as the movie. There is also this Raphael, which is from 2005, and it's also from McDonald's. He has like a button on the back, but it doesn't really work anymore. I'm trying to push it, but it doesn't go in. So he was supposed to like kick, which is a little bit weird if you ask me. I don't know why they didn't give him like his hands is like in like a fist form, and he doesn't come with any weapons. So it's interesting. But yeah, it's no longer. There we go. When you catch and then it gets stuck, so it doesn't work properly anymore. Sometimes you can, there we go, sometimes you can make him work, sometimes he doesn't want to. And the other one is from, oh, this one isn't actually from McDonald's or anywhere else. It was made by a company called Max, with 2 X's, and it's from 2008, so I don't know anything about this one, but this is a Michelangelo, and I'm pretty sure this is one of those spinny toys, because as you can see he's laying on his back, and you can make him spin. I'm just guessing he's missing something so that you can make him spin. Otherwise I think you can do it by hand if you wanted to, but yeah, it's another little TMNT item for my collection. And there are also 4, and these are I'm guessing quite unknown for most of the TMNT collectors out there, and that is because these are vintage figurines, but they are made out of rubber, so they are like rubbery figurines, and these were made actually by a company here in Romania, so you know, my birth country, and these were made sometime in the 90s, so I don't think they are well known, as I said before, around the world, and they are really interesting if you ask me. So I do have 4 turtles, and they are quite rare over here too, so a lot of people are searching for them. I was really lucky when I was able to find them at all 4 turtles in the same place, and for a great price too, because these can be quite pricey over here as well. So here they are, all 4 turtles. They are basically the same mold, so nothing really different about them, only the paint job on them. They don't come with weapons. They originally did not come with weapons as far as I know, so they are really interesting, like rubbery old figurines. And a really interesting fact is that Donnie is actually like pink colored and not purple. The other ones have their normal colors, but just a heads up, TMNT collectors out there, this is something that I am pretty sure not a lot of people have, and you have to be lucky to get these. I'm just really happy that I finally own them. I knew about their existence, but never actually saw them until I was able to find them, so I'm lucky about that. And one more TMNT item before we move on to the vehicles, because I have some TMNT vehicles here with me, is this. This is actually a Donatello lunchbox. And this is not, at first I thought this was like a McDonald's or something related to that, but no, it's actually made by a normal like company. It was really cheap, so that's why I grabbed it. Otherwise I'm not using it as a lunchbox. I'm just going to put it in my box with all my other extra TMNT stuff. Just something a little bit interesting. Now moving on to the TMNT vehicles. First off, I have a chopper over here, which is this one. And as you can see, it's not complete, unfortunately, because it is missing. There was supposed to be like a piece over here in the front. It's missing, and there was supposed to be like a bucket over here at the end, so it's also missing that. Otherwise, it's complete and it's in pretty good condition. It still has this hook thingy over here. If I can just, there we go. So it still has this hook, and you can actually like pull some stuff up with it. So it still has that, and I'm glad about it. But you know, it's a bummer that it's missing the at least this first part, because it looks a little bit weird. Oh, and I think one of the legs just came out. There we go. So it's from the 2012 series, not something like huge, but it's something that I didn't own until now, so I just thought I'd grab it. Even if it's missing that piece, I still think it looks pretty cool. The other TMNT vehicle that I have over here, it's quite large, as you can see, and it looks really cool. I was quite surprised, man, because after I bought it and looked it up, I realized then that this is from the fast forward line. So it actually goes with these like turtles, this version of the turtles, and it has like a specific name. I am aware of that, but I don't remember the name of it, unfortunately. It was Shell something. It actually looks quite like a army car, but it's really cool. You can open up the back, and you can open up this like side doors, and there's also like this rocket launching thing that comes out from the center. It's only missing like a piece from here, from the front window, and I think it's missing some rockets from here in the front, but otherwise it's complete, and it's really in good condition, or almost great condition, honestly. So I'm happy with it. You will be able to see it on the pictures, how it looks from the inside and opened up. I just think it's really cool, and again, I was surprised to know that this comes from the fast forward line, because I had no idea. I didn't even know that they released vehicles for that line, but I guess they did. So and I'm guessing there are more out there, because I do know that this also like had like a extra piece where it turns it into like a ship, and that was like sold separately, so no wonder it wasn't here where I bought this one. But I'm keeping my eyes open, and hopefully maybe I will be able to find the extra piece and some of the other vehicles too, because there is always just so many TMNT vehicles that out there that I wasn't lucky enough until now to find it. And speaking of luck, I don't even know how to describe this, so there's a little bit of a behind the story to this TMNT car, which is the Battle Shell from the 2003 line, which is, by the way, my favorite adaptation of the Turtles. So if you are not interested in this behind the story, then you can go ahead and skip this part. But I wanted to tell you guys why this TMNT car is so important to me, which sounds weird, I know, but it's important to me because I was on the search for this battle shell car or van for 20 years, almost, or around 20 years at least, because this car or van came out with, as I said before, the 2003 series, and I think it came out basically with the first series of the 2003 version Turtles, and that was like in 2003 when the or maybe 2004 at least, when the whole that reboot of the Turtles launched in TV, the cartoon series, and that's when it hit the stores as well. So back then, it was like 20 years ago, I was around 11-12 years old, and I was of course watching the cartoon on TV as well. And back then, my country still wasn't part of the European Union, so we rarely got like new toys in, especially stuff that was available in other countries. And whenever we got like in the big supermarkets, whenever we got like these original awesome toys, they were always just really expensive. So I remember back then going to the store and seeing the TMNT figurines, and seeing this car, brand new in box on the shelves, and I remember always looking at them. And back then I had the TMNT figurines, but they were like fakies. I was okay with that back then, so I didn't mind. At least I had the Turtles and I could play with them. But I remember always wanting this car, this van. It was just something unbelievably cool to me, and something that I really wanted to have for my Turtles and to be able to play with it. But as I said before, it was just really expensive, and something that I didn't have money back then. I couldn't afford it, and I kept asking for it, but my mom always said that, why do you want a car, because it's for boys, and I never got it. I never got it. Eventually it just disappeared from the store. I'm guessing someone bought it, and I never got that car. And ever since then, so this was like in 2003 or 2004, I really wanted this car ever since then. And I started going to the flea market. I started collecting Turtles, which I'm always really happy about, and I'm always happy to get new and new Turtles for my collection, and of course vehicles too. But I wasn't lucky to find this van, and I was always on the search for it. Online too, I saw it like only once, like here in the country, because I didn't want to like order it from somewhere off eBay because it's just too expensive, and it's a large box, a large toy, and shipping and whatnot. So and I only saw it here in online too, only once, and again it was expensive. They wanted a lot of money for it, so I just passed on that. And now this year, I found it in November. That's when I saw this car at one of the sellers at the flea market, and honestly I just couldn't believe my eyes that after 20 years it was finally there. And it's in pretty good shape. Like, it has some scuff marks and some battle damage. I'm going to call it battle damage on it. It's not like in perfect or mint condition, but nothing is broken on it. And there is just like here on the top, it's like it has two little holes. There's like a lamp missing from there, and this front hook thingy, that's what's like broken off. And of course it's missing like the rockets that you can fire out, but that's always something that goes missing. But otherwise it's complete and it's in good shape. It still has all the stickers on it. The stickers are in good shape as well. And the seller asked around $10 for it. So I said that, okay, I'm grabbing it now, because I waited 20 years for this, and I'm not going to pass a chance at getting it for such a great price too, and you know, finally getting it. So that's what I did, and finally, after all that time, I own it, and it's in my collection, and I couldn't be happier. Like, you know, I have a bunch of other TMT vehicles. I like, for example, the Tricera tank too, from the Paleo Patrol line, which is the car is a little bit similar to this one, but and it's honestly, it looks cooler too. But to me, this is such a grail, such a goal to get this car ever since I was a kid, that it blows my mind. And I was like in a what's the word euphoria, like state for at least like 2 or 3 days after I got it, because I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that after all that time I have it. So I'm pretty sure a lot of collectors out there can understand this. And it's weird too, because it's not like something super like rare or like an exclusive something, or is it, I just didn't have luck, I guess, to find it, and now I finally have it. And there's also a teeny tiny bit of more interesting information, what makes this car even more special than it is now to me. It's that the flea market where we used to go every Sunday closed down, unfortunately. So there's another new flea market that opened up in September. So there, for a little while, like for 2 months, we had 2 flea markets, which is crazy, and it was pretty chaotic. So this one, the old one, actually closed down. There are some like behind the scenes story over there with the mayor's office, and I don't want to get into it. It's not that interesting. It closed down because they made sometime like about 10 years ago, when this flea market opened up, they made a deal, and the mayor's office didn't respect that deal with the owner of the space where the flea market was held, so it had to be closed down now. So unfortunately it happens. And there's the other flea market, and that's where we are going now. It's a little bit further away from me, unfortunately, than this old one was, but that's a side story. So what makes this special is that when I found this car, it was the last Sunday when this old flea market was open. So it was kind of like, it's a bittersweet feeling, because it's also like, kind of was like a goodbye gift from the great flea market where I found all of this awesome stuff. And I found over this past, I think it was open for like 8 years to be exact, these 8 years I found so many awesome stuff over there. So it was a bittersweet goodbye and gift, I guess I could call it a gift, from that old flea market, that on the last flea market Sunday I was able to find this grail car of mine. So I don't want to get emotional about it, but I did shed a few tears when I thought about it. And yeah, so I just thought that I'd tell you guys this story if you are interested in it. It's just something, it's a big thing for me. So as a toy collector, it means a lot to me, and I will cherish this car for sure, and I will I'm pretty sure always remember how I got it and how much it took me to get it, and how it was like a bittersweet goodbye gift as well from that awesome flea market. So I'm going to stop now, stop being so mushy, and get back to this flea market haul, which is almost done, because the last thing that I wanted to show you guys in this video is the DVDs that I told you guys that I found. So I have a few of them here. I grabbed the X-Men movies, the X-Men 2 and X-Men 3. I'm still missing the first X-Men movie, so I'm still on the lookout for that, to have the first, you know, complete 3 movies. I honestly never really watched the other movies that came after. I only saw like the Origins of Wolverine. I really like that. I would love to have that on DVD as well. But the movies that came after that, I didn't really care. I know that they changed like the actors too and stuff like that, so I didn't really care about those. I just like the original ones, and the first movie, by the way, is my favorite, so I am hopeful that I will be able to find it eventually on DVD. Now, I was also able to find the Ghostbusters movie, and I do think this is the first one. Whoops! So this is the first one, and it does say something about Ghostbusters 2 on it, so maybe I think it's like a trailer for the Ghostbusters 2 on it. But yeah, this is for sure the first one. Hopefully I will be able to find the second one. And I'm not sure how many Ghostbusters movies are there, honestly, because I wasn't like always, I am not the biggest fan of Ghostbusters. I just really love the song, you know, the Ghostbusters song. But you know, I still grabbed it because it's something from my childhood. I do remember seeing that. But yeah, I'm keeping my eyes open for the other ones. And the other movie that I was able to find is the Dracula. This is the Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992. Basically the same year when I was born. So again, this is probably my favorite adaptation of Dracula, and it's such a good movie, and it's really well made with, you know, Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder, and of course Sir Anthony Hopkins too in it. So it's a awesome thing that I was able to find this. I was always also able to find, and I was really happy about this because it does remind me of Grandma, and it's a kind of like a bond when it comes to old movies, because she really liked like old movies and Gene Kelly movies, and ever since I was a kid I was watching it with her, and I really like them as well because of that. So of course, Singing in the Rain, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know this old movie, and it's such a, by the way, it's like a two-disc version, because the second disc has like some extra stuff in it, which is always awesome with these DVDs. So I was really happy to find this. I wish Grandma was still alive, because she would love to, you know, continuously rewatch this movie. And she would be happy to that I have found it on DVD, and that way she could watch it, but unfortunately she passed away almost 10 years now, so at least it's something to remind me of her, along with many other things. And the last DVD that I was finding, this is a awesome, and I was really happy to find it, a awesome box set of the Scooby-Doo movies, and we all know that it's one of the best ever, like, live action movie based on, or movies, because there were two, based on you know, a cartoon. So I really love Scooby-Doo, and I remember watching these movies for the first time when they were in the cinemas. So I was really happy to find this one. And by the way, the box is in French, but there is like the movies are in English, or it has can't talk. They have like the English version on the DVDs as well, and it's really nice. So it actually says it has all 4 movies, and I was just really surprised because I only knew about 2 movies, you know, the first Scooby-Doo and the second one, the Monsters Unleashed. Turns out it has 4 movies, and the other 2 are not with the same actors, so they are different actors, and I'm guessing they weren't like popular either, so that's why they never really got to me, or I never heard of them. I'm not sure how good they are. I will probably watch them and see, but this is how the box looks. Sorry if it's like all shiny because of the lamp, but hopefully you can see it. So here is this first one and the second one, and this is the other 2 One of these is it says just the mystery ink, and the other one is something about a lake monster. I don't know, like Shaggy is played by someone who is like much younger, and you know, not by Matthew Lillard, who I really love, by the way. He's a great actor. So and Scooby-Doo does look a little bit different too. So it's kind of looks like that those other two movies are a little bit like a lower budget movie than the ones we all know. So I'm not sure how good they are, but I will eventually see. But I really like, by the way, the box. I think it's really fun and cool looking. And yeah, with that being said, oh yeah, I almost forgot, sorry about that. I forgot that I have the 3 little statues. I just packed my TMNT figurines on it, so I wanted to still mention these. I found, and these are like resin statues, so they are really good quality. Nothing is broken off of them, which is good. So I have this little dragon with some skulls around him, and he's holding the skulls, so he's like a fierce dragon. But it looks really cool and cute. I also found this like zombie guy, which looks really funny. I wish I'd had this for Halloween, because I could have displayed it with, you know, with my Halloween decorations. And the third one, I think this was like a bottle cap or something like that. It's a Egyptian like god, or at least the head of the god, and it's the baboon or monkey baboon god. I do not know his name, and honestly until now I didn't even know that there was like a baboon god from the Egyptian mythology, so that's really interesting. And I just dropped it somewhere, okay. I keep dropping things today. But yeah, I didn't know that it existed until now, so I have to search a little bit more about that, because I'm interested in knowing what he did and what's the story behind that god. And yeah, so sorry about that, guys. I totally forgot the little statues. So yeah, now that's about it for this video. Again, apologies if it was too long, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed my little behind the story of about that TMNT car. Now, if you like my video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and you can also comment on my Facebook page. The link will appear down below. On this video, what do you think of the stuff I found, what do you think of the figurines, the Polly Pocket sets, and of course what do you think of my little childhood / adult collector story about the TMNT van. And did you have that van as a kid when it came out, or do you have it in your collection now? I'm curious to know. And also, you can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see the upcoming flea market haul videos from that new flea market that I was talking about, or you know, other kind of toy and doll reviews I do on my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, whenever that will be up.